Hello, everyone, and welcome to Daytona. We're here with the first event in the Stirling Sim Truck Cup. Here we are, following along with some of our drivers here at Daytona as they go through turns 3 and 4. Right now, with 5 minutes of practice left to go, we have the 151 of Jerry Isaacs with ERA Sim Sports. In second place, we have the number 1 of Joseph Youngkins, one of our best drivers here. And in third place, we have Jesse Atkinson in the 127. So our top 3 tonight, they're going to be the ones you're really going to want to follow. They are our top drivers, but we have a lot of new ones in here tonight as well, including Bill Cloud and Mike Rentz. So don't count anyone out, as a lot of these guys are here to win. One of the things we're going to want to follow with tonight is here at Daytona, we have found that a lot of our drivers are going to have to try very hard to stay in the draft, as this is Legacy Daytona, if this was not known already. Now, part of the reason why it makes it so hard to follow in the draft here is because the Legacy track is so much more bumpy than the one that you can get in the 2011 version. So, staying in the draft is going to be very important for these drivers to remain competitive. With 4 minutes and 30 seconds left to go, just about, more closer to 30 minutes, we see that our grid has changed up a little bit with Bryn George and Zachary Thornton taking up some big points in practice. They are going to be trying to work very hard to get somewhere. But can they do it? That is going to be tonight's question. Who can take home the victory? Following along with some of our dramatic music that we had here tonight, we can see that our main broadcast here is going to be sponsored by a couple of different people here. First of all, going to be Homebrew Racing with Stirling Sim. They are our main league that you're going to go to if you want to watch and participate in the Stirling Sim Truck Cup. Make sure you follow us on iRacing, and you can follow us on our socials, all attached in my Twitch profile. We are also sponsored by Woodbeck Auto Parts. Make sure you check them out at www.woodbeckautoparts.com. And finally, we are also sponsored by Taycell Traffic Management Systems, one of Canada's premier traffic management systems. Make sure you check them out at www.taycell.ca. As we move along, continuing through practice, it looks like Dave W. Thomas is going to be taking the lead. Let's actually follow along with Dave a little bit here. Dave has currently set with one of the best paint jobs in the field. Looks like it is not updating to what it originally was. So he had a homebrew racing paint that was very pretty. And man, I wish it was on right now. Just a Hoosier one. Still, that looks great though, Dave. Joseph Youngkins and his Trust Me Vodka paint as well. Never count him out. And that one is going to be the 151, I believe. Is that right? Yes, it is. Somewhat a little bit difficult to see everything here from the broadcasting booth. We have some great paints here tonight. We're going to follow along with all of our drivers to see who can really have the best one. Follow along right now with David Agenbauer, who's going to be our second place, only 0.02 seconds behind Dave. Both Daves leading the field. Only he's going to be in his iRacing paint. And ahead of him is going to be our race control for tonight, Mr. Jacob Waters, in his Quick Lane 14 Chevrolet. It's going to be tough competition here tonight in our short race series format. Only 6 races for the Stirling Truck Cup to see who can win. So, missing a single race, well, even though we have a drop week, is going to make it difficult. Oh, number 14 into the wall as we have 30 seconds of practice left to go. Looks like we also have Scott on the field in his custom paint job with his Woodback Auto Parts, the Hawk Ford F-150.
Sorry, guys. That was my bad.
That was fun, though.
Here we are at the end of practice, about to go into qualifying now.
Yeah, it's pretty quiet in here. We're all in our team chat, Mike.
Make sure we follow along with some drivers in practice. It's going to be difficult here. Joseph Junkins may be a really fast qualifier and a really fast contender in that race, but he is going to have to be careful because if he messes up in practice, it's going to hurt him for the rest of this race. Although, it is going to be a decent amount of laps here, so we'll see. Let's actually follow along with Dave W. Thomas right now as he's heading out onto his outlap. Let's head inside, too. We'll go over to his gyro cam view. This view is going to be brought to you by Homebrew Racing. Make sure you check us out. We'll always be glad to accept new members so you can participate in great series such as the Stirling Truck Cup. I believe it is 33 degrees of banking here at Daytona. That's going to be pretty aggressive towards our trucks. And here we are going out for our main qualifying lap. We'll follow along with Dave. We'll actually pop along with a couple of our other drivers along the way as well. We can follow along from the outside now too. That's not supposed to be playing yet. Part of what makes this track so challenging, even as a super speedway where you don't have to lift, is getting right in that perfect spot to get the best time. These are a fixed setup series, so when you're trying to go fast, you can't always just rely on throwing tons of tape on it to go somewhere. You have to be in the perfect position. Sometimes that's going to be right on the bottom. Sometimes it's going to be in the middle. Usually the high line is not the fastest part, but with this Legacy Daytona, it really might be. Dave W. Thomas comes into second place so far. Only a couple drivers have gone through for qualifying so far. Bill Cloud continues to lead with his number 48 machine truck. Let's actually follow along with him. That's going to be his lowest paint. Always great to see Bill. He did a great performance last night in the SK Modified Series presented by Homebrew Racing and WW Teams. Streamed in-car for that last night, so you can go check that out on my Twitch VOD, and I believe I am uploading that to YouTube as well, under the Homebrew series. Bill still leading as we now have 9 drivers qualified. And it looks like that is still going to remain the same. Good for him. Great finish. Oh, Brady Floyd comes in with his second lap and wants to take that position away. Mute my Discord real quick so I don't get more notifications. But that's a great performance. Joseph Junkins all of a sudden coming in to take that spot away as well. Joseph always a great driver here, and it's always going to be good to see him. In his Trust Me Vodka Toyota. I believe Bryn is still doing some laps. There he is. In his bright blue number 8. And across the line, Bryn is. Now, we may be allowing this in qualifying, but dipping below the yellow line during the race is going to qualify for a penalty. So, drivers do need to keep that in mind. below the yellow line to pass, I should specify. We now have 10 drivers qualified. Jacob also taking a minute to qualify. He qualified 10th. Looks like we have 17 drivers with us here tonight. We'll see how many actually make it to the grid. More like 16, because I know that Jacob is going to be our race control. Oh, does that make that actually 17 now that we have another one in? Looks like we have Ben McDowell in with the number 16 machine. As now we wait for the grid and for the rest of qualifying to go through. It's going to be good luck to our qualifiers tonight. And to our I should say, just our qualifiers. I should say our drivers tonight. Good for them. They had some great speeds. A 52.83 is quite fast here at Daytona, especially the Legacy track. I believe we're going to get some pre-race messages from our...
Welcome, everybody,
there it is.
to Homebrew Stirling Sim Racing Truck Series. This is the first race. Just to let everybody know, there's 2 fast repairs. Incident point 25. We're going to have 2 green-white checkers if we need them. Hope not. And there's no tire limit. So again, let's try and keep it clean. We want to finish the race. The goal, actually, in this series is, to limit the caution laps and stay green flag racing. So that's all I got for now. Good luck and have a good time.
Thank you for those great messages, Scott. And here we are. We're now going to play the United States National Anthem as we are in Daytona Beach, Florida. Great rendition of the United States National Anthem by the United States Marine Band. All right, so our lineup for tonight is going to be Joseph Youngkins on the inside with the number 1 Toyota. On the outside of him, still in the first row, is going to be the number 20 of Brady Floyd. On the inside in the second row is going to be the number 91 of Mike Rentz in his first appearance.
On the yellow line. In this league, there's no advancing your position below the yellow line, so no tires be up over the yellow line, advancing your position.
Thank you, Scott.
All right, thanks.
Still in the second row, on the outside is going to be the number 48 of Bill Cloud. On the third row, on the inside line, is going to be the number 8 of Bryn George. On the outside of him is going to be the number 13 of David Ackenbauer. Behind them, in the inside, is going to be number 53 of Dave W. Thomas. On the outside of him is going to be the number 151 of Jerry Isaacs. Then, on the next row, on the inside, is going to be the number 28 of Joshua Allen Redden, or Josh Redden as he prefers to be called. Apologies for that. Then we're going to have Ben McDowell, Zachary Thornton, Dean Qualley, Jesse Atkinson, Brad Whiteman, Hunter Terpstra, Scott, and Zachary Cox rounding out the grid. Big thanks to our drivers here tonight. We're happy to see everyone. And here we are. Looks like everyone gets off to a great start. Joseph Yunkins is still going to be your first place position, and it looks like the top three are going to try to run away with just about everything. It's a little bit better of a camera out here. It's kind of hard to see everyone. There we are. We're still going 2 wide as we go now exiting 2. Looks like they're getting a little bit more single file in the front. Joseph is going to be your driver to watch tonight, as he is going to be fast, but it looks like the number 48 of Bill Cloud is going to be right on his tail and not let him have it in his second appearance here. Still going 2 wide down the grid. We can see everyone is kind of keeping up pace with each other. That's good. The outside line is actually going to be quite fast here, so that's going to be difficult for everyone to manage. It looks like that number in the 4th place. I can't tell what truck that is. That white one there. He's going to have to be fighting up against just about everybody, especially Bryn, who's now coming up to his outside looking to make that pass. They make the pass through now, going through, and there they go. Looks a little bit of blinking there. Uh-oh. Scott rounding out the back of the grid, it looks like. Still, everyone's still going quite clean, it looks like, here at Daytona. This 2.5-mile track is a super speedway of the likes, even in this older rendition that iRacing has available for free to everybody. That's going to be David Ackenbauer in that light truck I was mentioning earlier. He has to fight against just about everybody. So far, he is maintaining great pace. Maybe he's kind of realized now that the outside line is the place to be. Everyone kind of bunching up a little bit, going through 3 and 4. Looks like Joseph is still able to maintain that lead. Bit of popping there. Also an issue that you're going to find with some of our drivers here. As it comes closer to winter time, our northeastern drivers are going to be suffering with some weather. So keeping an eye on them is going to be a bit of a challenge. Here they go, continuing to go through. Everyone looking nice and clean. Great job. This is a 3-lap run. If you look at recruitment races and such, you'll find that so far there would be already 8 cautions. Kidding, of course, but still. Which is quite bad. It looks like number 51, Zachary Cox, was not able to grid, sadly. We are going to be missing him, which is a shame. However, they looks like they're still going to be ready to go as they charge through right under the blink cam. Follow along a little bit with our leader. And we're going to follow along with a bit of a better camera. There they go, rushing by. They're going to have high average speeds here, around 190 miles an hour in these trucks here at Legacy Daytona. Not quite as fast as the new Daytona, but as it's available to everyone, it does lead to a bit better participation. It looks like we have a driver exiting the pits now. Who is that? Is that the 21 of Hunter? I believe it is. I believe he might have missed a grid. Let's see. Nope, that's not him. It's the 16? It was a red truck. Who was it? I can't tell. Okay. All right.
Hey, Hunter, I'll work with you.
Oh, maybe it was the number 51 as Zachary Cox. He's now 2 laps down.
I got you guys on Discord.
Drivers are usually asked to maintain a bit of radio silence, but it does happen where you just need to mention some things. Looks like the number 91 of Mike Rentz is going to be working with Brad Whiteman, the number 92, and the 17 of Scott Whiteman. They're trying to make up some positions from the rear. Here they go, maintaining some good pace, and it looks like David Ackenbauer is currently your leader as they enter lap number 5 of Daytona. Should say enter, as they're almost halfway through now. Great timing. Follow along a little bit more. He's still on that outside line. Jesse Atkinson pushing him from behind. He's definitely going to need it, as he's going to have to try to fight off Joseph Yunkins, who's getting pushed by Bill Cloud. Uh-oh, looks like Bill pushed a little bit too hard. Joseph gets squirrely. Everyone checking up in the rear lane. Is there an issue? No, there's a spin. The number 48 just murders everybody with that spin. Oh, my God. Oh, and they're still wrecking. Oh, man, what a disaster. Brady Floyd gets caught up in that, too. I just saw his truck. Oh, wow, look at that. Everybody just huge wreck. It was the number 21. He was maintaining pretty clean as well. Man, what an unfortunate accident. Looks like Bill Cloud just pushed a little bit too hard. It happens. It's what the Stirling Sim series is here for, though. Drivers to learn that you can't push too much. It's all right. No penalty to him. Maybe an EOL. We'll see.
Hey, can I get 2 rounds to get back on the lead lap, please?
League owner is Zachary Cox asking for a pass. But as you saw, that was some fantastic racing we had there for quite a while. And this fantastic racing is brought to you by Taycell Traffic Management Systems, based in Canada. Make sure you check them out. They also serve the United States as well. You seriously give them a check out at www.taycell.com, not .com, .ca. My apologies. Great place, though. They have a great employee system, and it's great to see everybody there. Also, make sure you check out Woodbeck Auto Parts, one of our main series sponsors. They are at www.woodbeckautoparts.com. As Brady's engine blows up, looks like he's going to need some new Woodbeck Auto Parts engine parts. We're also brought to you by Homebrew Racing. Make sure you check us out on iRacing and our socials. We have some great places for everyone to look at, and some great media too. Looks like Thornton's going to be pushing the number 8 now, so they can push through everything. Wow, that was such a wreck. Let's actually watch that a little bit back. So I go back to the in-car cam, not the in-car, the in-game camera. I believe the number 20 was the one. We'll follow along with the 48, actually. He was one of the main people caught up in that. Let's see, is there any verdict? It looks like Bill Cloud's going to be getting an EOL. Yep. EOL for causing the caution, and the second part was not intentional. All right. Let's go back.
Hey, Ben, can you push me real quick, bud?
To watch this insane wreck as it unfolded. Because, wow, what a wreck. So it looks like here we are entering in through 4. Joseph was getting squirrely as we did see. Then it looks like Bill just came up a little bit too much.
You owe me a fast repair. Honestly, I do, but
Yep, Bill comes up just a little bit too much as they were going 3 wide, and that causes everybody to get caught up in that. Wow, what a wreck. It looks like the number 151, I'm sorry, was able... Oh, nope, then the 35 doors him too. Oh, I think he was able to hold it, though. Look at that. So clean. And then the 20 kills him. I shouldn't have said anything. Looks like everybody got caught up in that. Such a wreck. Let's do that from the inside of Scott. So far in our previous series, anytime that there's been a big wreck, Scott always has a great view on the inside. Let's take a look from the gyrogram. Whether he gets caught up in it or he just avoids it, he always has something there. Looks like he bumps the 151 a little bit and the number 20. Nothing too bad, though. Wow. What a caution.
another wave around to get back on the way back. My racing crashed.
Trying to get... There we go. I believe I'm caught up live now. Okay. There's the number 98 at Dean Coyle. Follow along with him for a little bit. One of the ERA Sim Sports racers in his beautiful 98 Ford F-150. Such a wreck here, but as it does happen. Always does. Turn down the volume. There we go. Alright. Looks like our drivers are getting ready to go as they have 1 lap to green here at Daytona. Looks like after this caution, the number 13 of David Ackenbauer is still your leader, followed by in the second place on his outside the 127 of Jesse Atkinson. In third position is going to be the number 1 of Joseph Youngkin.
Hey, you might have to wave it.
Joseph, even though he is squirrely, is clearly fast here, so do keep an eye out for him. Number 51 of Jerry Isaacs, another ERA Sim Sports driver, is looking like he can be nice and quick. Behind him is going to be the number 98 of Dean Qualley. Behind him is going to be the number 28 of Josh Redden. Then in 9th position, we have Brad Wyman, and 10th, the number 91 of Mike Renz.
Green flag.
There they are. They're going to the restart zone, and there they are, leading onto the 9th lap.
I need a black beard. 48 never caught up to the field.
Blackbeards are usually initiated for those kind of passes. There we go. As we are now in the 9th lap of 25 here at Daytona, Joseph Youngkins takes away the lead on the inside from the number 13 of David Ackenbauer. Looks like Jesse is going to stick with that number 13 for now, as they clearly have been working well together. The number 92 of Brad Whiteman, after narrowly avoiding a lot of that wrecks earlier, looks like he's going to be trying to keep up with everybody as well. 1 laps down are going to be the number 51 of Zachary Cox, the number 48 of Bill Cloud, and the number 20 of Brady Floyd. Unfortunate for them for getting caught up in that, but it does happen. Bryn George in 12th position, looking like he can make some moves. Let's follow along with him for there. There he is, following on with just about everybody. Looks like everyone is keeping really balanced up here. Great to see. Go catch up with our leaders once again. Looks like the 13 changed to the inside now. Getting pushed by the number 92, I believe that is. They go 3 wide, going into number 1 and 2. Can they maintain that 3 wide with Thornton on the outside? It's possible. Looks like they're holding it so far. Number 1 still in the middle. Looks like Thornton falls back a little bit, making it 3 wide in the second row back.
Come on, inside lane.
The inside lane looks like it's going to be checking up pretty bad. It happens as it's so bumpy. It looks like the outside gets a run, and Joseph is your leader, followed by Jesse, who's probably going to get just enough run on the outside. Thornton behind them. But Dean is going to be sticking with that number 13 for right now on that inside line. That iRacing Toyota is clearly struggling, though, with that bumps. Dean pushing with his Ford, seeing if they can get just about anywhere. Here they are running back into 1. Our drivers are clearly fast here tonight. Joseph still your leader, getting pushed currently by Jesse, who's guaranteed himself that second place for the moment. This is lap number 11 out of 25, so this is still quite a race left ahead of us. They get a little bit shuffled out. Thornton goes to the inside lane. Can Thornton make something out of that inside? Who knows? We've currently seen that inside has some struggles, so maybe he can get somewhere, but it looks like the 28 is going to be pushing himself up there too, and his Haviline paint being pushed by the number 51. Even though Zach is a lap down, he still is fast on the circuit. There's a reason why he's our league owner. He's going to be pushing them as well, seeing if they can make that outside lane. If they can freight train that inside, they're going to get somewhere. Bill Cloud seems like he's rounding out the grid for right now, currently pushing Hunter Terpstra, see if they can get about anywhere. Hunter still on the lead lap. Good for him. Looks like Zach is shuffling a little bit in the back, hits into the wall, and that pushes him right towards the rear. Bryn going to be filling his place.
Thornton, hold her down, buddy.
It looks like he's having a bit of waving issues, but it looks like David is going to be pushing with him. Bo, and there's some disappearing acts done. Looks like Thornton was actually able to get ahead of him in that time. That's a... unless I have myself mistaken, which is also possible. Looks like Joseph Youngkins is still going to be your leader, getting pushed by the 127, and it looks like Josh Rett is going to help with that push. Following a little bit further with the rest of our field, looks like towards the back here we got some drivers all bunched up together, trying to make something out of it, whatever they can. Here's the number 53 of Dave W. Thomas, seeing if he can push on that inside lane to just get about anywhere. Dean Qualley falling back a little bit. It happens here. Maybe if they can stick to that outside lane, they can get somewhere a little bit faster, as the inside, like I have been saying, is quite bumpy. It is difficult to ride down there. Looks like Bryn is currently leading that inside lane. Let's take a look and follow along with him. There he is, getting pushed by Thornton at the moment. Extreme Racing will have Thornton, Brady, and Bryn currently seeing if they can make up some big points. Joseph Youngkins still your leader, though, as they come up to the inside. Looks like Bryn got himself a third position there. Now looking, they are actually able to get some speed in there. Bryn into the second place position, but he is still on that inside lane. A struggle here. Can Bryn get some runoff there? It looks like Joseph is struggling for some speed, and I believe Bryn might be able to get it. They're evenly matched as they come through the back stretch. Here they go, Bryn on that inside. Sometimes that inside line can be faster, even if the outside usually is. Looks like the 127 is getting a little bit of nerves there as they're coming through. Bryn is now your leader through there. Can Bryn maintain it? Who knows? As we come to lap number... well, as we go to the halfway mark. 11 to go here at Daytona. Bryn is your leader with Joseph Youngkins on his outside and Zachary Thornton behind Bryn. Don't count out Jesse Atkinson, though. He's been fast in the past. Make sure you check out Atkinson Designs as well. I know he likes to plug his stuff, so I'll give him a little bit of plug here now, too. If you like great racing like this, so do we. Make sure you check out Homebrew Racing. We're always glad to have people, and we would love to accept you to continue great racing such as this. Because this is a blast. I cannot imagine how much fun these drivers are having. Also, make sure you check out for our main series sponsor, Taysel. They are some great traffic management systems people. Make sure you check them out at www.taysel.ca. Also, make sure you check out Woodback Auto Parts. They are our main series sponsor for a long time. They held up the series of the street stocks, which is now being moved to Wednesdays. Make sure you check them out at www.woodbackautoparts.com. So drivers will rush by. Looks like they're going to be catching up to some lapped cars now. That is going to be some pretty big nerves they're going to have to go to get by them. Turn down the volume of the music just a little bit. All right, here they go through. Now entering turn number 4. Bryn is currently still your leader. Joseph Youngkin's fallen back. It looks like they had some issues. Jesse Atkinson, is he going to get some nerves and try to go with that inside line? Bryn is going to be still your leader with Thornton on his outside. Not on his outside behind him. Youngkin's able to maintain some speed still. Don't count them out. Maybe Jesse's going to try to make it 3 wide at some point, although, who knows? David Ackenbauer looking to see if he can get himself just about anywhere. Thornton in that Spotify truck of the Toyota. Maybe he can get some speed in there too. Youngkinson is Trust Me Vodka. Toyota trying to maintain that outside line. He's found that it's been faster before. Maybe he can keep it up.
Cars, go way up high.
There's Joseph asking for some high passes from the lapped cars that they're going to be coming up on. Who is that they're going to be lapping right now? That is going to be the number 20 of Brady Floyd. Usually a race leader here, but Brady stays to the inside, making them go high. That's going to be quite a shuffle, as now Bryn George has definitely got some advantage from that. Brady clearly looking a little bit slower, but now that he's in the draft, maybe he can maintain a bit more speed. Bryn still keeping that lead up there. It looks like Dave has some damage on his front. What's that from? As we get some cloud coverage over here at Daytona. Looks like Braden was having a little bit of issues there as they continue to go through. Joseph Youngkin back into the lead with Jesse pushing him still. Maybe Jesse can steal himself another second place, as he did in the recruitment race a little while ago with Homebrew Racing. Looks like Bryn is still going to keep on that inside, though, with Thornton pushing him. Maybe they can get somewhere. If they can get just about anywhere, it's a victory for them. Points count kind of significantly here. So maybe they can get somewhere. Brady Floyd now 2 laps down after they passed him. I'm sure he is not a big fan of that. Let's check in on some of our further back cars. We got Scott pretty far back as well. Looks like they're going to be catching him soon. Maybe we can catch up with the number 48 of Bill Clown if I can find him on my thing. Oh, he's back. Oh, and there's our caution. There's a caution. Dean rolling, and there's another crash in the 91, and that takes out the 48 too. I look away for just a little bit, and this happens. Always happens, I swear.
9 away, please.
Looks like Joseph was able to get away clean. Let's see what happened there. That is quite...
That fast repair now?
Maybe Bryn gets the lead there, too.
Did you die?
Let's take a look.
Car was on top of me, yeah.
So they come through. They're nice and
Thank you,
clean
Rich.
still. Dave comes down. Looks like Dave came up just a little bit.
Hey guys, they're coming high.
Trying to pass
Dave
Sean
of
on
the
way.
number 13, I believe. Let's see if I can get a little better camera angle and not have it spaz on me. Number 13. Let's get a bit of a chopper view. Maybe that'll help. Yep, looks like he... Oh, maybe some net code. Oh, that's some pretty significant net code. I don't see anyone really at fault there. Dave was still in his lane. Jesse came down, net coded, and killed everybody. I'm not sure if I would give
Good
anyone...
guys. Good job.
Yeah. Thornton is right there. People were driving through each other. I'm not sure you can give anyone a EOL for that one, because that looks like it was purely iRacing right there. But that is unfortunate, because Jesse was running so good. And then just some net code there killed his race. Wow. We'll see what drivers pit here at Daytona. Sometimes pitting can really change up a race. Although we can't see
Hey,
pits.
going high, Pat. No.
Here is Bryn George, your current leader in that number 8 Silverado. These drivers have been racing long and hard so far. They only have a couple laps left to go once they get back in. So they're going to have to keep on tabs. Because if they get some more issues in there, it's going to be a nightmare. Extreme Racing looking like they can get some really serious progression right now. Pace car checking up in the backstretch. Bill goes by with his wave. Looks like the 91 was caught up a little bit too bad as he's in the pits. Unfortunate. Maybe we got some more pits in. Actually, now we can start seeing them. Ben McDonald coming in for a pit as well, unless I'm not live.
Yeah, I'm going to push the
I'm not.
127 to the pit.
Great. Let's watch the pit lane, actually. Looks like we got a decent amount of drivers in there. That is unfortunate. Bryn's still your leader, as Joseph Youngkins is going to be behind him. Who is this going to give an advantage to, actually? Because that means Joseph gets the outside lane, which is he has been very fond of so far. But maybe Bryn can get a really good start. Drivers are actually required to start on green instead of whenever they like with the field, which is a bit different than other series. These drivers are going to have to keep that in mind as they continue going through. It's been a great race here tonight at Daytona. If you like racing like this, not iPacing, then make sure you check out Homebrew Racing and iRacing and on our different socials, all of which are attached in my Twitch profile, but also make sure you join our Discord. Also, if you like racing like this, make sure you check out Woodbeck Auto Parts. Make sure you look at them because they've been in business for a long time and they ship just about everywhere in the Southern Canada region. They are www.woodbeckautoparts.com. Taysell Traffic Management Systems is also one of our great series sponsors. Make sure you check them out too at www.taysell.ca. They're great and you better check them out. Lots of fans here tonight out in Daytona as we continue on with only one lap left to green. It's going to be a blast to the finish as these drivers are going to have to try anything to get into that lead.
What's going on here, Mike?
Yes, there is, Bill.
Here we are with the Stirling Truck Cup at Daytona. One lap to green with Bryn George, your leader. Behind him is going to be Zachary Thornton. And on the outside of Bryn is the number 1 of Joseph Youngins. In 4th place, we have the number 13 of David Ackenbauer. And in 5th place, the number 92 of Brad Whiteman. On his outside is going to be the number 17 of Scott Whiteman. Behind them is going to be the number 53 of Daytona Thomas and Dean Qualley as the pace car comes off and they go back to green here at Daytona with 3 laps left to go. Joseph comes down and wrecks them. Oh my God, huge wreck. Joseph just, oh, and someone just went to space. What?
Guys are awesome.
What? I don't really have words for that. Goodness gracious. What a wreck that was. It looks like Joseph just came down, unless I missed something. Yeah, Joseph just came down and you can see it right there. Not sure if that's intentional or not. We can go to his inside view to see that, because that is going to be a race control incident. Who teleported out of nowhere? That's what I want to know. Oh, the number 1. He looks like he got sent literally into space. There he goes. There's iRacing for you. Looks like Grin is disconnected as well. Goodness, that is a... Jeez. Really unfortunate. Looks like Thornton, that means is going to be currently your racing leader. Let me go back up to live. If my thing doesn't want to...
You guys, we have to catch the pace car. Come on, let's go.
There we go. After that wreck, that's really going to shuffle up the field, which means that the 28 is going to be in second position behind them. Wow. All right. Then the 16 behind him, and the 151 in the fourth. Okay, that is quite a field reshuffle. Basically,
Sorry, Dean, I'm under power right now.
looks like anyone that could have gotten caught up in that did. That is really unfortunate, because that means a lot of our drivers
No worries.
are going to have a lot of issues maintaining speed. Wow. All right, let me turn down the audio just a tiny tad. Goodness, that is... Okay. This is one of those situations where I'm kind of at a loss for words, because that is a disaster that has literally just happened on track. Looks like Thornton comes into pit, along with several other drivers. The 16 as well.
Can I get my black cleared for passing of the yellow?
Who called that out? As soon as they do, I imagine Jake will give them a pass.
Thank you very much.
There it goes. Ben. All right. Okay, looks like we might end up using one of our green-white checkers, because, wow, that is quite the incident. Goodness. Who would have thought that literally Joseph, one of our top drivers, would have just came down? It happens. It's a place for learning here at the Stirling Sim Racing Series that we have. So it's good that it's happened here instead of an actual live event. But yikes. Anyway, make sure you check out Homebrew Racing. Our socials are attached to my Twitch profile, and you can find them just about anywhere. You can also make sure you want to join our Discord if you're going to be racing with us. We'll always be happy to have more people. Also, make sure you check out Taycell Traffic Management Systems. They're a great sponsor to us, and we're so glad to have them on board. Make sure you give them a check out at www.taycell.ca. Also, make sure you check out Woodbeck Auto Parts. That is www.woodbeckautoparts.com. They've been in business since 1939, and they really have helped our series out, including our Street Stock series, which has been moved to Wednesday. Make sure you check that out as well. We're one lap to green here at Daytona. Once again, bound to go green. Hopefully this time we can hold it for a little bit longer. I imagine we will be able to do so. Sadly, it just happens that you get incidents like that. iRacing or someone's wheel just decides to start acting funny and such. But it looks like your grid in first position is going to be Josh Redden in the number 28. On his outside is going to be the number 48 of Bill Cloud. In third position on the inside, in the second row, is going to be number 53 of Dave W. Thomas. On his outside is going to be a serious champion. Well, almost champion, I should say. Second place in the Street Stock Series of last. The number 20 of Brady Floyd. In the third row on the inside is going to be the 127 of Jesse Atkinson. On his outside is going to be the 35 of Zachary Thornton. In the fourth row, you're going to have the number 151 of Jerry Isaacs. And then on the outside of him is going to be Zachary Cox. In the 5th row, the number 98 of Dean Qualley on the inside. And then on his outside is going to be number 13 of David Ackenbauer. Then rounding out the rest of the grid is going to be Scott Whiteman, Mike Rentz, Ben McDonald, Brad Whiteman, Hunter Terpstra. We'll see if Joseph Youngkins is able to get somewhere. Looks like he's still in the pits, which is going to be unfortunate for the rest of his race. Sadly, Bryn is no longer in the session, it seems. What that is from, I'm not entirely sure. Still, quite an unfortunate accident. Here we are. We're about to go green here at Daytona once again, hopefully for the last time.
Green flag.
There they are, green flag. It looks like the number
Have a good
20
black there, please.
gets a huge run. I imagine that's Ben again needing a bit of a black layer. I'm sure Jacob will get to him soon. As they go here, it looks like that is some big running that they're able to get. Looks like the number 48, I believe that is able to go to the inside and get some real progress in. No, number 20, I'm sorry. Looks like the 48 got bumped a little bit by the 151. Brady Floyd is going to be currently your leader for Extreme Racing, getting pushed by another Extreme driver, Zachary Thornton. They're going to try to run away with it. Number 48 is going to have to work with everybody to see if they can get somewhere. So is the number 28, although that's going to be a good position if they can get third. Although that number 51 is getting pushed by Jesse and the number 13 of David Ackenbauer. They have been great together, and maybe they can get somewhere. Scott Whiteman getting himself a little bit into more of the competition as well, followed by Dean and a couple other drivers. Goodness gracious, this is just the last little bit here at Daytona. Here they are coming up to the white flag lap. It looks like Brady Floyd is still your leader, but the number 51 of Zachary Cox is on his outside. Can Zach get somewhere in the last couple laps? Maybe Scott can help push too. Although that number 20 is going to get pushed by the number 13, who's been fast here. Maybe he can finally get a good position. David Ackenbauer has struggled so much in our series in the past. Maybe he can finally get himself a good race win. We would appreciate it. Everyone can be cheering for him. Here they go. Coming up, it looks like the number 151 is going to be taking the lead unless I am mistaken. Yeah, because the number 20 falls back. That means the 51 is Zachary Cox is in the lead, pushed by the 27, 127, and then behind them. And then there's a spin. Jesse's out. Last one, the 13 takes the second place position. I don't know what that's going to have to do. And huge crash at the end, as always. As always. Here they are at Daytona. They finally finish it up. Zachary Cox, your winner. Followed by David Ackenbauer, the number 20 of Brady Floyd. 4th position, Dean Qualley in the 98. 5th, Scott Whiteman. 6th, the number 28 of Joshua Redden.
Fun AF, sorry.
7th is going to be the 151 of Jerry Isaacs with
Nah, you went down and came back up when you hit me. I was trying to pin you down.
8th is going to be Bill Cloud. 9th, Zachary Thornton in the 35. 10th, 127 of Jesse Atkinson. I'm going to take a look at that one more time. So is our race control. Wow, what an incident. This has been quite a race here at Daytona. It's been good having everyone. We're so glad that you're able to join us. Make sure you check out Homebrew and you check out Taysell and Woodback Auto Parts. They are great series sponsors and they absolutely deserve a take at you taking a look. Who knows what they can achieve in the future. Let's follow along with the number 51, your race winner, Zachary Cox. There he is in his Giant Hearts, Giant Dogs, Dog Rescue machine. Coming to the infield to do some big burnouts. There he is across the Daytona. Something tells me that the track maintenance people are kind of upset with him for that one, but still, that is such a great finish with the Stirling Sim logo on the back and the Atkinson Designs logo too. It is so great to see such a fantastic finish. There's the 21 of Hunter Terpstra. Got himself a decent finish in 14th, only a lap down. Got himself that. That is a great job. We're so glad to have everyone here. Thank you, everyone. Let's see who is in our lounge area. I'm going to bring up Zach here, so he can be our interviewee. Move to race control. Hi there, Zach.
Hey, how's it going?
How was that race win?
Oh, it was awesome to do for tonight, you know. Had a little issues, was stuck at left down for most of the race there. So, and then I had to get a little block on me, but they came up a little bit too late and just got them squirrely. And then I can't thank Jesse enough for helping push me to the win there.
What about that incident where Jesse and David got together behind you? What do you feel about that?
I think it was just close racing, you know. Jesse was sitting there trying to push me to the win there, and he came down to kind of block, and I really didn't see what happened. I just saw a black flash behind me, and I saw Jesse spinning around, but it sounds like both of them aren't too upset at each other, so it's all good. It's just hard racing.
That is so good to hear. I'm glad that you had such a great race today. It seems like just about everyone did, which is always fantastic to see with our series.
Oh, definitely, yeah. There was a pretty close race in there. We had a little incident every once, or I think 2 wrecks, but you know, you can't complain. I mean, it's plate racing, so there are going to be people bumping and banging and spinning. So
absolutely. Is there anything you'd like to say to the viewers we have here tonight?
Yeah, just thanks supporting us on our broadcast and everything. If you guys are interested, Homebrew's a free racing league. You can join, and we'd like to see we take anyone from somebody just starting out to a seasoned pro in iRacing. You know, we're here to help build people and create a tight, close-knit group of racers together.
Hey, Scott, are you still on here?
Absolutely, we are. Thank you very much,
Yes,
Scott. That is going to be it
Did
for
I
our
come down
broadcast. Thank
into
you
you
just
across
about
the
everyone
line?
for attending. We greatly appreciate it. Make sure you check out Homebrew and
You might
Taysell
have,
and
but,
Woodback
I
Auto
think
Parts.
the 13
Everyone appreciates it.
hit
We're going to
me.
see everyone.
Going into the start.
Thank you, everyone, so much for attending. And that's going to be it for me, your host, Noah Walter.